The moron that can't stop incriminating himself.
I will be on a plane to Philadelphia, and I will be at your door, and I will finish you for good. One person tried that before. I found them. I gave them a very simple warning. You got your choice. If I hear one more word from you, one more word, you're going to get a knock at your door, and you better pray to God it's the cops, because if it's me, the cops are going to have to come and take me away. That was the choice, James. Go after. So if you want to escalate to that level, I'll be on a plane to Philadelphia within 48 hours. Guarantee you. And I'm pretty sure there's a few people in here who would quite happily provide me with an alibi. Or possibly a firearm or two.
And now this is obviously a false scenario meant to get a reaction out of me. But what I want to point out is Fat Mam accidentally admits to his community, meaning the community of stalkers, harassers, etc., that Eliana was basically fucking with me the whole time. Okay? Like, many people had warned me, even when I was actively friends with her on Facebook, other guys that she had done the same thing to warned me about her, and I refused to believe it because I figured, how could somebody as sweet, because she was very sweet to me, how could somebody as sweet as her be like that? And I just assumed that they were jealous of the attention that she was showing me and the affection she was showing me. But let's see. So, Hatman here is claiming that he spoke to the nurse. He didn't. But let's look at this. She's not Eliana, who is more than capable of being a, quote, she-lord, which is her words. She doesn't have a public-oriented social media and no means or interest in going public about this idiot, meaning me. She doesn't want to talk about him at all, and that's fine. She wasn't asked about talking about it publicly either. She wants to be left alone, plain and simple. Now, even if this was a true scenario, what this shows is that this young woman is not a complete moron and recognizes that you people are creepy as hell and very disgusting people. Okay? That's what that shows right there. Okay? Because she's not talking about anything with you. You dig? Number two, she's not like Eliana, who is more than capable of being a she-lord. As I had stated, Eliana made everything up. Eliana is a liar. Eliana was working me the whole time to get reactions out of me to make me look far worse than I am. I've stated that. Okay, it took me a while to catch on. I actually thought that, people had corrupted her, people had altered her in some way. No, she was doing this from the beginning. She is a she-lord, in Hatman's words and in Eliana's words. They were working me over the whole time. She is a liar. The whole scenario with me was exaggerated versions of reactions that I was forced into making because her and her friends, Hatman, Mr. Lopez, Adonis, all these people were working me over to get reactions out of me, and they knew that I cared greatly for Eliana because of the way Eliana made me believe that she cared about me, but clearly she didn't, and she was lying from the beginning because she is a she-lord. And Hatman points it out right here. The whole thing was made up. Boom, chakalaka. So let's examine this comment. Now, there's a family of gang stalkers that gang stalk me. Their names are Rob the Toe Man. Undead Pikachu is the mother. So Rob the Toe Man is the father. Undead Pikachu is the mother. And the child's name, I don't know if it's a child, but the daughter's name is Killer Spider with a Y. Now, what this person is saying, they're saying, now these people are all local because Rob the Toe Guy is the guy that video recorded my house. He's also the guy that allegedly knocked on my door, which I know because this was stated to a person that let me know that. Okay. Another person online that sent me the screenshots of him claiming to have come over my house and claiming to have confronted me. Believe me, he didn't confront me. Do you want to know why I know he didn't confront me? If he confronted me, he would have been talked to by the police for harassing me. So they're saying Pikachu has spoke to the nurse, okay? This is the guy that these people can't stop incriminating themselves. So I'll just read it real quick. Pikachu has spoke to the nurse quite a bit, and she's engaged to a guy who works at St. Paul's Hospital. Okay, if he's a physiotherapist or his name is Jamie, I don't know. Pikachu has promised the nurse to never reveal her name on the internet or to the internet. Now, of course, this is a BS story. There's no St. Paul's Hospital in the tri-state area that I'm even aware of, meaning not in New Jersey, not in Pennsylvania, and not in Delaware that I'm aware of. I didn't really Google it, but I've never heard of it. I'm pretty familiar with the different hospitals due to having worked in healthcare. So I've never heard of it, but also a physiotherapist is not a term used in American English. It's a British English term, which tells me it probably came from Fat Ma'am. Okay, that did not come from an American, because Americans speak American English. So he would be called a physical therapist if you were referring to him in American English. Now, what's funny is these people are all local. So the chances that this person is the one, if somebody stalked down the nurse for Hatman, okay, we already know from Hatman's previous statement that the woman said, "Leave me alone." We know that. Okay, that is why I felt compelled to warn the hospital that there are people stalking employees of that hospital and seeking to obtain access to people's private medical records, which is a felony. Now, I don't know which one. I don't know for sure that they have contacted that nurse, but if they did, somebody needs to go to prison. That's the bottom line there. If somebody is harassing a medical professional in order to gain access to a patient's medical records, somebody needs to go to prison. And the thing is, these people just cannot stop incriminating themselves. And that's all for this video.